Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? I know I didn't let everyone know I was going to do a live because I wasn't 100% sure I was going to do one. My son has had to focus on school. School is much more important. So, and I really appreciate his help. It made it much easier to communicate with you guys. So, yes, he is all done. We are quizzed up and ready to go. I'm going to wait just a couple minutes before I start creating. So we're going to talk a little bit before we start altering all these. Want to say hi real quick, buddy?
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Well, we're going to be creating some ATCs tonight, as you see. Let me share a little bit of news with you because I really don't like broadcasting it, I guess, per se, via social media, like making some big post, some big blog post, some drama, because I don't want comments. I really don't want it to, be out like that. I have no ill feelings, but Canvas Core Brands is no longer, from what I understand, from what I understand, their products will cease to be created. So yeah, that kind of stinks. I really was super proud of being a part of that design team. And I was just starting to make some awesome creations and getting a little bit of their product. But it's unfortunate they sold, and apparently there were some promises made by the new buyers. And I guess they decided not to follow through with those promises, obviously. There was Canvas Core Brands actually consisted of a design team over 100 people. So yeah, they got rid of over 100 designers just all of a sudden. There really was no communication as to what was going on and that was actually going to happen. But, as I like to say, everything happens for a reason. As unfortunate as it may be, at times, and as much as we may not like it at that current time, I'm a firm believer in when one door closes, others open. You just have to have an open mind, pardon me, an open mind to those new doors being opened, or being available to you, shall I say, really. Because when we have a closed mind to it, it's obviously hard to see that open door because we're not open-minded to see it. I wanted to give like I said earlier, I wanted to give a few minutes for everyone to join. It looks like we're at 3 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and start creating. Yeah, I don't want it to go too far, but I did want to share that information for anyone who looks at my account and who really knows my account and knows that I was creating for Canvas Core Brands. When it goes away, there's some explanation for you if you have any questions regarding that. Other people have actually done some shout outs about it and stuff, so you might already know. It might not be new news for you, but one viewer, he said, nope, already then they changed. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start creating, like I said. So here we go. We've got some flowers and some papers. Aga Baraniak, I'm not sure if I'm butchering her last name or not. Gosh, I really hope I'm not. But these are her papers that we're going to be using tonight. These are her drawings. Well, they're papers based off of her drawings. She does own the company AB Studio, if you're familiar with that. These were papers, I will say, that were created by Canvas Core Brands. So I don't know if Aga, if she has them available in her own store for you to purchase, but there's that. That's where these come from. They are by Aga, like I said. They're beautiful. I really do love these little pieces by her. But I want to go ahead and show you the general composition of these pieces. They're little circles. and this is going to be the general composition of them. Okay. Got a little bit of flowers. This is going to be the paper. I think this one, because of the texture in the background, I think I'm going to kind of do this one here, just so that way we can see some of the flower. And I don't want to do it upside down, because you can see the writing and everything. You would prominently know that that is not how it's supposed to be. Just going to basically create it upside down how we would create this. Oh, look, there's this little piece that was supposed to go right here. Hello, hello. Is there someone to say hello to?
Hello.
Hello. Well, I don't know who it is, but hello there. I'm so happy you decided to join us. Once he sees who it is, he'll let me know who's there. Who's there? I know, like I said, I didn't do a shout out about doing a live because I was unsure that I was going to actually be doing one or not this week. So there's that little bit of information. So I'm just kind of placing these to show you how they're going to be placed. And then we will start gluing everything down and putting it all together here. Oops, I forgot this piece goes under here. Right? And that goes right there. And these little guys come right over here. If you have any questions, anyone that's out there, if you have any questions or anything, please just let me know. I bet you're wondering what that stuff is underneath the texture that is behind there. Well, and I get a lot of comments on my Instagram account about the lovely textures that I use. And surprise, surprise, I make my own homemade concoction of texture pastes. Unfortunately, well, maybe not unfortunately, but I get creative. I can't afford all the awesome, beautiful, delicious looking texture pastes that are out there. So my dad actually thought of, he's given me sawdust, different types of sawdust. There's fine sawdust, and then there's the ones that have the kind of like the curls, so it has a little bit more texture and a little bit more body to it. But this little concoction here is the fine sawdust mixed with tacky glue. And believe me, I love tacky glue. It is permanent. So once you put this on, it's on something, it ain't coming off. Yeah, it's not going to come off. You will tear it apart first, especially if it's paper. Canvas, a little, a little bit less, but still, it's very sturdy. I love this stuff. So that's where a lot of my texture is, guys. I don't use the brand textures. I don't. Yes. So my texture, the sawdust. Surprise, surprise. Not very many of you know that unless you visited my blog. I think there were only maybe 2 or 3 postings where I actually described how I make the texture paste and all that. So yeah, we're going to prop some of these up. We're going to use some dots. I guess we're going to use these tonight, especially since they're circular. The other ones were square, so we're just going to use some. Oh, look, speaking of the circular ones, they're right there. Or, well, the square ones, my bad. I'm dyslexic, so anyone out there, just, yeah, FYI. And my son is here tonight with us, so please say hi. We can interact, we can talk, we can answer any questions, anything like that. Please let me know. Please, please. I am more than happy to share knowledge or just plain have some good conversation. Really, we don't even have to talk about crafting. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. I'm just moving these off a little bit. I know the general composition of each one, so that's what's important. That's really all that matters. So I thought of distressing the edges of each of these ATCs just to kind of pop out this brown sawdust a little bit. I really didn't. Normally I gesso over the over the sawdust, my textures, but I really didn't want to with this one because most of these floral images have some type of brown essence to them per se. So I'm going to distress the edges a little bit, just a little bit, just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. And I went ahead and did the texture beforehand just to speed along this process so we weren't here for an extra 15, 20 minutes or so that it takes for this sawdust to dry. At the thickest. Oh, Snapples. That wasn't very good of me there. It wasn't very good. This is the texture base, so you can see kind of how thick I have it on there tonight. See there? Pretty thick. And that is still a little moist, but not too bad. I can work with it. So it's not a bad thing. It's not hindering our process here this evening. So
no hindrance allowed today.
No hindrance today. Nope. I do like to carry on conversation. I don't like to just kind of sit here and not. I realize there's nobody out there right now, but I'm not just going to sit here and let you watch me while I silently create this with you. So I'm going to talk a little bit, talk about some things, some crafting things, since there is no one here yet. Because this is a surprise live. Like I said, I know I've done all lives surprise, but I don't have a definite schedule just yet. This is my third live. The first one was when I was doing the molds, and Miss Nicole joined me that time. She joined me and was very nice to share the video in one of our shared groups. It was very nice of her. Thank you, Nicole. So we're creating some ATCs tonight. See, I think those are a little more distressed than these. So yeah. All right, there we go. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. All right. Right. Go. I kind of squished down on that a little bit. It's not a big deal because that was one of the thicker parts that I was telling you about before. I'm going to go ahead and put that back because we're done with our distress ink there. And now I'm going to have to upload these videos. I tried to stream via YouTube tonight again. I'm going to have to. I watched tutorials and all kinds of stuff on making sure I was going to do this properly and I was going to be able to do YouTube because I have some things coming up to where I need I want to use YouTube, and if I can't stream via YouTube, I don't know what's going on here. I really don't. We're doing everything that we're supposed to do. I did send some feedback this time. Last time I didn't send any feedback because I thought maybe it was just me or I was doing something wrong. But I really don't think that's the case. I really don't. I don't think it was me. I don't think it was us. Do you think it was us, buddy? I don't think it was us. I think it was totally YouTube's fault. All YouTube's fault. I'm going to go with it. Let's go with it, guys. So what I'm doing now, obviously, you guys know I love to splatter everything. So I'm just using some of this Tim Holtz antique linen spray. It came in one of those kits, I believe. I don't know if it was the mixed media kit or which kit it was, but because it's the smaller size, as you can see. But anyways, that's the brown one. I chose the vintage linen, or sorry, the antique linen for this one because I'm going to use the lighter colored papers on this one, the ones that have less color. Let me put it that way. So That's where those are going to go. So I'm going to put this aside for a moment to let it dry. Then we're going to take our next ATC, and I'm taking the next color, which, like I said, sadly, I am going to have to go and take that down my Canvas Core brand positions off of all my social medias. Pretty much everything tonight, minus like the Ranger inks and the sawdust and the flowers. Everything is Canvas Core brand product. The paper, on the other hand, though, is the Strathmore mixed media paper right here. That's the, let me turn this around. That's the mixed media paper that I'm using this evening. So just FYI, I just got that. I've never really used that. That's the 15 sheets 400 series mixed media paper. So just FYI for those of you out there, this is a super thick paper. It reminds me a lot of actually the Canvas Core brand's heavy cardstock. So there's that. I'm going to have to upload my 2 videos that I've created here via a third party so I can then upload it to YouTube. Now that I've mixed it up enough, I'm going to splatter this now. This is the Tattered Angels Golden Grape color. It's kind of, it's like a darker pink purple. I wanted it to be a more dramatic color than the flower, so it popped. So the splatters would pop against the ATCs, essentially. So there's that one. So we'll put this one aside to dry. They came and they went, huh? They came and went. Oh, no. Oh, well, it's okay. I'm not worried about it. It's all right. This is a new thing for us. This is something brand new. This is the 2nd week in a row that we've decided to stream something, and maybe we'll do it again. Maybe I should do a shout out when we're going to do it, so we have more people that join us. The last stream, surprise stream I did last week, actually, I got a really good turnout. I was very, very, very blessed to have 12 up to 12 viewers at one point. I was just like, I was amazed. That was really quite a blessing to have so many of you with me there live with really no warning. All right, now we're going to go ahead and just start putting together our elements. That's pretty much what we're going to do. There's ATCs are really fun. I really do enjoy making ATCs. I sometimes get questions about what they are from some of my friends on Instagram, mostly on Instagram. I don't think I've ever gotten one on Facebook. But I've had friends on Instagram ask me, what are ATCs? So, yeah, they're artist trading cards is what they are. So you can make them and share them with each other and pass them back and forth. That's what they are. There's a newer ATC people. I don't know if it's newer. It's newer to me. Let me put it that way. They're coins. They're ATCs, but they're artist trading coins instead of cards. The cards are 2.5 by 3, 2.5 by 3 inches each. So just FYI on that. And the ATC coins are 2.5 inches in circumference. So there's that. So if you did want to start creating some, I might have inspired you to start creating some. That would be wonderful. That would be absolutely wonderful. I'm going to move this camera a little bit. I feel like some of my stuff is not getting, yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and place this I'm going to place the flower this way, so that way it looks like the flower is coming off of, yes, that's lovely. I love it. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to move it up a little bit because remember we got our embellishments that are going to go on the bottom of this. So we're going to put this here. See, there we go. Off to a good start so far. And then this one we're just going to put right underneath here. Just like that. Okay. And then the next one, we're going to kind of just layer it on top. Just layer it on top right there. But we don't necessarily need to put, we don't need to prop it up, is what I'm trying to say. So let's see here. Do I have some glue? Do I have some glue? There's still nobody watching though, is there? All right, so I'm going to come over here and get my adhesive then.
Going to get adhesive.
Since there's nobody really watching at this time, so I'm not feeling like I am like ignoring people for a moment. So here we go. I'm going to just go ahead and put a little bit of tacky glue. I'm going to use some tacky glue.
Hello.
And we're going to just put that right there. Kind of give it some give it some dimension. Dimension. Someone has joined. Well, that's awesome. We do not know who.
Welcome.
Well, we've had a couple people join, and
sorry if I do not pronounce this right. Midema. I'm sorry if I pronounce it
Magnus. It starts with an M.
M-I-E-D-E-M-A. I'm sorry.
Brittany Miedema. Hey, Brittany, what's up? She's from college. Remember, she was she was our boss when we were doing the SGA and stuff.
Oh.
That's her. Yeah. Hey, Brittany, what's up, Ladybug? It's so good to see you. And very nice of you to stop by for a moment. I really do appreciate that. Or, I mean, if you're going to watch, I mean, I appreciate you watching. Either way, I'm not trying. You know me. I think too much.
Oh, thank you for liking.
We're just going to put the flower right there and just kind of leave it like that. And that's how we're going to do it. So that's pretty much that one. I mean, it is fairly simple, but it's fun. It's unique. It's something you can trade with a friend. So there's that one. And we're going to go on to the next one, which is here. And we're going to do the pink one, where we have the pink flowers. This again is by Baraniak. I love this collection. It's a very, very beautiful collection. And these are hand painted and drawn by her. And Canvas Core Brands, they printed it on paper for us to enjoy. Yay.
Ooh. Miss Brittany said, never seen a live video. Sorry if I'm not doing this right.
Oh, no problem. Honestly, this is it's technically my third live video, but it's my second live video creating something. I've never done videos prior to last week and today using or doing art. Let's put it that way. I'm trying to branch out and get more comfortable in my skin. As far as an artist and trying to share my art with the world, pretty much is kind of what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying. I'm probably over explaining myself. Yeah. But we work together long enough. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you do. Let me move my hand so I'm not covering our beautiful ATC, beautifully splashed ATC there.
Beautiful.
I might have gone a little overboard on the dots on the back of this one, but hey, it's okay. Better have it reinforced than not. Better safe than sorry, I say. Because I really don't like it when projects fall apart, when they break. So that's why I take extra precautions and using the extra glues. Making sure they're 100%. Because in my experience, I've experienced a lot of paper projects that tend to fall apart, and I really don't like that. It really, yeah, really don't like it. So we're going to put this one right here as well. Oh wait, no, yeah, we're going to put this one up here as well, just like the last one. And then this one we're going to put a couple of.
Brittany said it's great.
It's great. Thank you. I know you probably got plenty of things to do. How's schooling and everything? Are you done, by the way? Just curious. I know you thought you were close. How's the hubby? Assuming you're still there, of course. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope everything is okay with you guys. I hope all is well. I know college is probably keeping you busy, as usual, if I know the school. if we know the school. I know you said you were going to seek other options or other jobs too after you were done. Oh, holy moly.
What the heck?
What happened to the light? What happened to the light? Well, luckily I've got another light. Let me just turn this on. Here we go. That might be a better light anyways. Sorry about that.
Miss Brittany said, graduate this semester. Husband is great. Miss you guys.
Aw. Graduate this semester? That's awesome. I bet you are like super, super excited. Masters. That's fantastic. I'm so happy for you, Brittany. Really, really am. I'm actually trying to not figure out what I'm doing now with my art is that's what I'm doing is I'm trying to see if I can make it in the art world and actually make a name for myself, I guess, in a sense, is really kind of what I'm getting at, to see if I can do that. If I'm successful, then that's what I'll do. But if not, then I will pursue a master's degree in geriatric counseling. Well, counseling, but with a focus in geriatrics and healthcare. So that's my plan. And I'm sticking with it. I'm not. You can't change my mind. That's what I'm doing. That's what's going on. So, yep, there it is. I'm excited. We graduate in the fall semester. Matt and I both do. So we're pretty excited about that ourselves. It's it's been hard, and I'm sure it's hard too. It's just we're tired, and I'm sure you know it more so than we do because of the master's degree. But just going to school for so long is just, I'm burnt out. I'll be honest. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that a bit. Burnt out. I'm more than done. It was done last semester. It was just burnt out. I'm tired. It's just 5 years now. 5 years been going to school. And nonstop. Had 2 summer breaks. I think there were 2 summers I took off. I am taking this summer off too, but
Miss Brittany said, purple heart, thumbs up.
Purple heart, thumbs up. She knows my favorite color is purple. Oh, shoot a bug, please. It's not okay. I realized I was putting that on some splash happy areas. So I was like, oh no, I don't want to ruin my pretty image there. I don't want to ruin that. So, ooh, yep. And we're just kind of doing the same thing to this. These are pretty quick makes. Again, I will be honest with you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I do put, for the 2 videos I've created last week and this week, I have created the compositions prior to the videos. So the idea is already there. What's up?
Brittany said, totally understand.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good. Yay. There, you never know, you know, you never know. I've been shocked. I've been shocked by people sometimes. It's like, oh okay, well, alrighty then. Alrighty then.
Just gonna send out a few purple heart emojis.
So this one, we're going to do the opposite because of how the stencil is on this one. It's on this side. I want to show the flowers on that and the sawdust texture there. I want to show that off. I want people to see that. So that's why we're doing it the opposite of as these two. These two are in the top left corner. This one is in the bottom right corner. But the composition is it's going to be the same. The composition is not going to change any.
Miss Brady said, I'm going to bed, but I'll check back for the final product tomorrow. Oh.
Awesome. Thank you for your support, lady. I really appreciate you. You have a good night. Sweet dreams. Thank you. Oh, that was really sweet of her that she took the time. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. A lot. Really does. Be surprised. Well, it's definitely, I guess, not the turnout like it was last week, buddy. I'm about done. Oh, there's one other viewer. Maybe someone. Is it still Brittany?
No, Brittany left.
She did leave. Okay, it's a different viewer then. Maybe we get a different conversation, huh?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, since there wasn't anybody joining, you can go ahead. I mean, we can go ahead and call it a night for you. But there is someone here joining us. We'll see. Hey, hey, hey. Hello there. They just left?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. All right. Oh, well, no big deal. I need to upload this video to YouTube and kind of go from there.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Is there anyone there?
Hold on. Let me try and not murder this name. Anita?
Anindita? Hey there. Good evening. Thank you for popping by and showing me a little support.
He says hi from India.
That really means a lot, dear. Thank you so much for popping in. We're creating some ATCs this evening. We've already created 2. I will show them in just 1 second. At this moment, I am using some tacky glue to put on the final circle to this artist trading card here. Final circle. It's tiny. Take some nails. Did you? Definitely take some nails. Right, the last thing that goes on this one is the flower. These flowers, I actually, surprisingly, I bought on Amazon. I found them. I found them on Amazon. So it was definitely a rare find. What's up, buddy? Did you see something, or is everything okie dokies?
There was 3 people.
Oh, there was 3 people?
And this. Oh, she says hi and good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey.
Because they're in India.
Right,
Yes,
right.
That makes sense.
We are, let's see, here we are. These are the 3 ATCs.
She said, wow, I'm
that
right.
that we created this evening. I realize my camera is upside down, so I'm going to turn these in the direction where they are right side up for you guys. These are the right side up ways. So when you were holding them in your hand, this is how you would hold it. That's how you would hold it in your hand if you were to look at it. But I realize my camera is a little, yeah. You are just joining. The texture on here, surprisingly, is sawdust. Yes. No, it's been going on for what? About 34 minutes.
Yeah, so she said, well, I'm late.
So these are really quick makes, and I did have the texture done on the artist trading cards already, so there's a little bit of time cheating in there. So I'll give you the lowdown of what transpired. This ATC is obviously the more pink focused one, and it has splashes from Canvas Core Brands, which is the golden grape, which it's the accent color in the back. Each artist trading card is distressed with the Tim Holtz antique linen. Oh wait, let me turn that around. Antique linen distress ink.
Miss, I can't remember how. She said, beautiful, heart, heart, heart.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for popping in. That really does mean a lot. You are one of really our first viewers this evening. This is a surprise live. I like I said earlier in the video, I wasn't sure if I was even going to be able to do one. I did a surprise live last week too. I just don't have a set schedule yet as to when I can do them, with kids in school and stuff. That school is priority for sure. So yeah, I said I splattered this with that. The paper, I kind of can't see some of the paper now, but it is a floral paper, and it is a Canvas Core brand product, but it's by Aga Baraniak. I could be butchering her last name, but that's the paper collection Bohemian Romance by her. She actually hand drew and watercolored these floral images on this paper. In fact, buddy, would you go get me the paper that's like this? It should be on my desk still. And it's the Bohemian Romance. It looks like I've got 2 viewers now. Hey guys, thank you for joining. I was just going over what I created. It was actually a really quick make. Based off of my last video when I created the masculine card, it ended up being an 1.5-hour video. So I was like, oh man, I need to see if I can take the time down. And this is kind of what I came up with this is what I came up with this week. It's the book on that desk. It's the Bohemian Romance paper collection. Is it there?
No, I do not see. Is it like a packet?
Yeah, it's like a packet. Is it? Anyways, sorry, you're live. We've got 2 people. So anyways, I was gonna try to get the paper collection to show you some of the floral images, since this big flower is covering them. You really can't see the beauty of the paper. If you don't mind holding on just a second, I can see. Okay, it's right here. I did end up putting it back. I didn't think I put it back, but I guess I did. All right. So this is the collection.
Florence says, hi, Jess. And
hey, Florine. So you're my second viewer. Hey, Florine. Thank you for stopping by and showing your support. I know it's another surprise video. Like I said, I wasn't real sure when I was going to be able to do it. But this is the collection from Canvas Core Brands. And I said earlier in the video, very early, Shannon Helwig joined.
Oh, and I can't remember.
Good to catch you live. Your work is amazing. Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. That means a lot. Your support, really. And like I said, this is a surprise video, so most people don't know that I'm even going to be doing this. So, but here I am. I'm doing it. It's done. But we'll go through what it was. So that was the paper collection, and I was going to say, Canvas Core Brands unfortunately sold them. They sold, and the new owners decided not to follow through with previous obligations. I guess they're going a different direction altogether. So as much as I want to say purchase the product, I'm hoping you can buy the Bohemian Romance collection from Aga. I don't know. So I'm sorry that I'm showing off product that I don't know if you can get, but so, and I wanted to share that because I don't want to, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't want to blast the company like that. I think it's unprofessional. on my part to blast the company out, like, you know, like, oh, I can't believe they did this and did that. Now, granted, I do know the warehouse address and so on and so forth. So the new company, the way they handled things was bad business, and I will take pains to avoid supporting that type of bad business. So there's that. I did say it early on in the video, but I don't want to go on a rant about it. So
I can't remember.
gorgeous papers. Yes, they are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. They're handmade and drawn and watercolored by her themselves.
Said, hi, I was wondering if you were going last time.
I know, I was too there at the end too, Shannon. I was too, because my son had some school priorities, and as well as the live went last week, I was like, oh man, I really need his help with communicating with my viewers. But obviously, as you can tell, we created the ATCs and completed them. We unfortunately really didn't have any viewers at all until now. So these papers are the Bohemian Romance papers by it's a Canvas Core brand product. So yeah, I don't know how.
She said I missed the beginning.
Yeah, everyone missed the beginning. I love you, buddy. You want to put your hand in here and say hi? The little one, the little boy, the little 8-year-old. He's about to be 9 on Friday. So in like 2 days, he's going to be 9. Crazy. But yes, this is the Haga Baraniak paper collection that is from Canvas Core Brands. My lighting is kind of weird. I wonder, maybe I should turn off this light. I don't know. Well, it kind of does, but kind of doesn't. So maybe do the opposite.
I know. She said would watch over again.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, thank you for your support. I'm hoping to download the 2 lives I've had on YouTube last week and this week to YouTube. It takes a third-party downloader to download it to my computer, then upload it to YouTube. I just haven't done that yet. Just haven't had the time to do that. But this is a paper collection, and my texture I used.
She said, wishing him birthday wishes, heart face emoji.
Yay, thank you. I'm sure he will appreciate it. He's got some funsies coming. Let me take a drink of coffee. If anybody knows me, they know I love my coffee.
And Miss Shannon said she has her own products now, AB Studios by Aga. Maybe you can get them there, ?
That's what I was thinking. I was hoping. Because I know Candy Rosenberg, she was coming out with a collection, a vintage girl, and she just came out with it, just like literally right before they sold the company and everything. Well, unfortunately, her, Seth After, and a few other people, Aga, and a couple other of their designers have suffered some fallbacks due to this sell. So their paper collections and any products that they created underneath the Canvas Core brand name, it's not going to be created anymore. I can tell you, as far as CCB is concerned, Canvas Core Brands, they're not, all of their products apparently are going to, from what I understand, are going to cease and desist. Whatever is left, I don't even know what they're going to do with all the warehouse product. We as the design team, nobody gave us any information. We were just told all of a sudden one day, hey, the design team's dissolved. You guys are, Canvas Core Brands is no more. I was like, oh, okay.
That really sucks.
It does. It really does for all of us. But that was my whole point about it, was that Aga, with this paper collection, and Seth After and Candy Rosenberg, they were all affected by what happened with Canvas Core Brand and their products. So like I was saying, I don't know if Bohemian Romance, the collection is owned by Canvas Core Brands and she can't make it, or if Aga has rights over it to where she can reproduce it through a different company or herself.
Oh.
Yeah. So they were heavily affected. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. We'll see what happens. So that's all the paper that's on this project. All of it is from that collection. They're little circles of the paper that I punched out. The flower is a random surprise buy from Amazon, right? Weird. All 3 flowers I bought in one bag, I want to say for, I don't know, I think it was only like $12.99 to be honest. And there were 12 flowers of each color. So it was a really good deal on those flowers. So just FYI, I don't know. I can go back on my Amazon time, my purchases. If you really want to know what these were, I can send you a link to that. That's really not a problem. It's not a name brand. Let me put it that way. It's not like they're, named or anything. They're just some random Amazon flowers. And then I use the Tattered Angels sprays, the 2 sprays, to splatter the backgrounds.
And Shannon said, beautiful ATCs that you made. Heart emoji.
Thank you. I'm thinking of adding some sentiments to them to kind of finish them off in a little bit. Thinking. I just kind of wanted to have some conversation with you guys too, since you're here now. Oh, Nicole. Hey, Nicole.
Hi.
Hey. I know I said last week I was going to try to do a shout out, that I was going to do a live, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do one. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do one. We're just going to do it, son. So we're here. Hey, girl. Hey. Yes.
Yeah.
You say it. They love it when you say it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not exciting enough. Yes.
Yes.
Anyways, so the texture in the background. The texture in the background is with a Prima stencil that came in a package of flowers. I bought a package of flowers from My Rusty Crown, and this stencil was in here. By the way, I get a lot of my product, Prima marketing product, from My Rusty Crown. So she has really good deals there. I love Miss Martina. She's amazing. There's a Facebook page and everything. And the texture, the texture is my own concoction. I shared a lot of this early in the video. I know the ATCs are done, but I'm kind of going through with you the steps in which I took. My own concoction.
She said, ooh, I love that stencil.
I know, it is. It's
she said laughing face emoji.
It is a really pretty stencil. I like the fact that Prima puts little extras in their flower packages. I've noticed, I think pretty much every package of flowers comes with something, whether it's vellum paper or stencil or some chipboard pieces or something.
Miss Shannon said she has super fast shipping too.
Oh my gosh, yeah, are you kidding me? She's like super woman.
And Miss Nicole said, yes, love MRC.
Yes, yes, she's a wonderful lady, guys. Anybody even watching the video later on after the live, go by and support her. Please do. At least the Facebook page, come by and say hi to us and all that. It really is a wonderful supportive group. I really love the group of ladies, and fortunate enough that I ran across it randomly one day. I don't know, it's been a while. I don't know, 7-8 months ago. So, but back to the concoction. The concoction is, surprisingly, it's sawdust. Yes, it is sawdust. I can't afford a lot of the beautiful, lovely pastes that are out there, and they come in every color, texture, and form. So I create my own, and I do it with sawdust and tacky glue. I've learned, I did it one time with Elmer's glue for some reason. I don't know why I thought Elmer's glue was going to be okay and be permanent. It's not, but I'm sure you guys knew that. I don't know what was going on with my common sense that day. But this is tacky glue and sawdust. And this is fine sawdust. I currently have 2 different types of sawdust. I have the fine and I have the more textured ones where it's got the curls. I use that on my larger projects. This is the fine one, therefore I wanted to use it's a smaller project. So makes sense, right? We've got something? Oh, thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you for coming by and spending some time with me. That really means a lot. We could just sit here and talk all night, I mean, we could have a conversation, talk about anything, powwows. So there's my secret. All my projects, unless they've had the Tim Holtz texture tag, have always been done with my sawdust concoctions. So Yeah, just FYI on that one. We did splatters, then we just added the flower. That's basically pretty much all we did. And we used tacky glue to adhese everything, anything and everything. Recently, Janelle, that's Nellie's Artistic Creations on Instagram, shared a new glue. What was it? I use E6000 on my my metal and plastic projects, but she just shared a new glue on Instagram just today or yesterday, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to use that.
She says it's
Oh,
no
I can't
longer
remember.
scheduled. Winky face.
It isn't anymore. Shh. Let's see. Do we want to add some sentiments on this? Maybe a couple of. I don't know. The Finnabair sentiments might be a little big for these. I'm thinking maybe the Tim Holtz ones, the white ones, are going to probably be best. Shannon Helwig, who is here with us right now, she's actually a prima goddess. She does pretty much all her products. Fabri-Tac.
Miss Shannon says.
Fabri-Tac, huh? I've seen it. I've just never used it. I personally haven't. I think it was Tiffany Solario who I've watched a video of hers one time, and she suggested tacky glue. And ever since she suggested it, I pretty much sticked with tacky glue. Yeah. So, yeah, tacky glue, but Fabri glue. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Fabri glue. Does it leave any kind of residue or anything? Like tacky glue will sometimes, if you've got paint, say on the background, and say you move something wrong and there's a little bit of tacky glue left behind, it'll change the color. I wonder if you know what I'm referring to.
Alter the hue.
Yeah, it alters the hue of the color. It's weird. It doesn't react the same. I wonder if I have a paper project in here that I have a stand that's literally right next to me where I have all my paper projects that I've created. And I wonder if there is a little example or something I can show. Okay, yeah, perfect. Perfect example of it. And see if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. You see where on this star, I'm looking at the camera to make sure
She
it's
said no, it dries clear. It dries clear and dries fast.
clear and fast. Okay, yeah, that's what Janelle was saying about something. I wonder if that's it. You can kind of see it. Let me see. Put it down to the light. Yeah, there we go. It's a little better. You see where the color is a little different on the side of the star there?
It's like lighter.
It's a little, you can see it a little better. Yeah, it's a little different behind the star there. That's what tacky glue will do. So so anyways, just an FYI on the product. I love tacky glue. I really do. It's my favorite, but you just got to be careful with it. You just got to make sure it's nice and clean and you know exactly where you want to put your product and leave it there. Don't move it unless you want that look. I personally don't really want that look on most of my projects, so I tend to try to be very clean with it. I wish I had something that was kind of like a pen, like the sharp point of a pencil or something. I'm sure they have them. I just don't have them or use them myself. Oh, Snapples.
Miss Shannon said, I'm obsessed with that. Is that a card?
Oh, yes, this is a tag I created recently. It's actually probably my second or third last post as far as art is concerned on my Instagram page. This is a very inspirational piece. It's very inspirational. I used a stencil from Creative Embellishments back there. It's almost like not like computer parts, but I don't even know how you would explain data. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways, those, yeah, if you read my post, the lines signify the different paths where our lives take us, whether they're dead ends or whether they're, that they lead us to another destination or another door opening.
He says, beautiful. Heart face, heart face, heart face.
Thank you.
Miss Shannon says, so gorgeous.
Thank you. I really do love this piece. This is an inspirational piece for me. I don't know if I'll ever get rid of it. I do have a lot of people who like my paper projects, and they usually are some of the first to go at shows. In fact, I have a art show this Friday that I'm going to be selling, trying to get rid of all my art that you've seen.
Miss Shannon said I'll have to check it out on your page.
Yeah, yes, please do. There is a lot behind that piece. If I say it out loud, unfortunately, I might cry. I'll tear up a little bit because it is very meaningful. And it comes from the heart and the soul. And I did enter that piece into a challenge, so we'll wait to hear about that.
Someone joined.
So, oh, they joined and then left.
Or maybe someone joined and someone else left them.
Who knows? That was actually happening to us a lot in the very beginning. So we right before Anita joined, I was just about to send my son upstairs because there was nobody, and we were about done with the ATCs, and she even said, "Oh, looks like I'm pretty late." But these are the creations tonight. I'm sure I will put something else together next week, and I hope to actually have a schedule and actually let you guys know that I'm going to be going live. So it's planned. Miss Shannon, I believe you are trying to do a live as well, from what I understand, tomorrow maybe. I know you had inquired with me as to what night I might be doing it. I thought I said Wednesday. So if you're doing a live tomorrow night, let me know. I will come by and support you as well. The crafting community, we have to support one another. We just have to. There's just nothing for it.
Miss, she says yes, would catch up then.
Would catch up then. I wonder what we're referring to.
I might not have read that right. Oh, another comment.
Okay.
Miss Shannon said I was going to, but I'm scared.
You're scared. I get it. I do. I was nervous even tonight. I think last week is really what kind of helped me go through with it this week as well, was the kindness of you guys and joining me and conversating with me. That's really what pushed me to continue. Just know that we are here for you. And I know the ladies who are here now, if we know you're going to go live tomorrow, we will definitely, I'm sure maybe not all of us can stay the whole time, but we can at least pop by and support you. And I know you're scared.
So if I decide to. Miss Anadita, I think, says yay. One more comment. Miss Nicole says, you can do it, Shannon.
I will be honest with you, Shannon. I have not gone into either of my videos without a plan. So I will say that I won't lie to you and say, oh, I just did this on a whim. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just winging this. No, I ain't winging this. I am not winging this. I planned each one out as far as colors, as far as placement and everything. What I was going to do, I had these pictures in my head. Each of these pictures were in my head before I even started making these tonight. And I did cheat a little bit, and I did the texture first. So maybe just a couple of heads up to kind of maybe make you feel a little bit better, a little bit more confident going into a live tomorrow. Those are some tricks to maybe kind of help with any hiccups that might happen, because as we know, texture can take some time, and you don't want to just be sitting there like awkwardly like, let's see, I'm going to wait and we're going to let this dry. And
she says, oh, don't worry, I'll make sure I know exactly what I'm going to do if I do it.
Well, good. Hey, at least you know that. I know there are some artists like Martina. I love her work, where she can just go into a video, just go into a live, just like, let's see, what are we going to do today? Let's take this and let's take that. Oh, look, there's a piece of paper. And then let's take some circles and let's make beautiful art out of it. And how she does it, I don't know.
Miss said I'll probably even write notes. Lol.
Probably even write notes. I'll say I have taken a photo of both of my compositions. I haven't had to refer to it though during either of my videos, but I have taken composition photos prior to doing either of my lives, just in case for some reason I forgot what I was going to create or something. So there's another little precaution I took too, just in case. But Yeah, it's amazing what some of these artists can do. They can just go live and they can just create this crazy canvas or something that would take me, I don't know, 2-3 days to make, and it takes them 45 minutes. I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? But hey, every artist is different. Our skill levels are different. Our minds work differently on what we're able to accomplish, and there's so many different aspects that to art and how it's created. And these were very simple, and they were quick makes. Like last week, my video ended up being an hour and a half long, so I was trying to make this week a little bit shorter. But I have definitely enjoyed my time with you and having a little bit of conversation. Hit the hour mark, he says. We've hit the hour mark.
40 minutes. Yeah.
One. Well, I guess I can go ahead and call it I can. I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening since these are done, and we did go through I did go through the steps and recreating them with those who have so graciously stayed and spent your time with me this evening. Thank you so much.
She said, I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I got to run. I'll check back after you to see if you're still on.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Shannon. Perfect timing, honestly. I was just saying goodbye. Have a great night. Enjoy dinner. Oh, my goodness. Yes, go have dinner, please. Mwah. Thank you so much. All right, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Like I said, have a great night, and I hope to do this again next Wednesday. We're going to try to make it a Wednesday thing, right, buddy?
Right.
We're going to try to make it a Wednesday night thing. We really wanted to shoot for 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is the time we wanted to shoot for, but due to homework and due to priorities, we ended up going a lot later this evening. YouTube was not working with us. We really need to troubleshoot this and figure YouTube out. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming by tonight, and I will see you next. Well, not I. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.